Ninja Trading. Wanted to just bring you a quick update from yesterday's weekly video because a lot has happened. But first things first, I do have to address this giant random green screen thing behind me. So I know how to trade, but I don't know this technology stuff. So if anybody knows how to like change the background thing on OBS, please help me out because this is gonna be the most. We'll just leave it at that. It's you guys can laugh at it, but technology is not my thing. Anyways, so first things first, I am also I've been fighting food poisoning since this morning, so just a little bit drained. So bear with me. First things first. So by the way, follow us on Instagram at Ninja Signals Trading. There's a lot of great nuggets, including when back in what was this? Almost a month ago, we were saying in June that Dogecoin was getting listed on Coinbase, and we were warning you guys, watch out for the dump, and there's that dump. But anyways, so we have a lot of great updates, information on here, some great nuggets. But this one, so what I really wanted to talk to you about today is, aside from updating the cryptocurrency price action or Bitcoin price action, is definitely have a plan, right? So I was able to enter the Bitcoin at I was able to enter long at almost exact bottom. Did not get the best entries for the rest of these, as I was like fighting, not trying not to throw up from all the food poisoning. So, but I was still able to catch this bottom right here, all because we had a plan. So I woke up, I was half dying, I wasn't really able to think at all, just had to execute. But I knew exactly what we were doing because we were waiting on this move for 2.5 weeks. So here's the proof here. On 6/8, okay, there's that scenario right there. And I'll show you guys how it has played out. Where we go? Right here, right? Pretty much to the dollar. So we've gotten about a 16% bounce. Not bad. And I was giving the levels of, look, January 22 low, January 22 low, pretty much to the dollar. So I'll walk you guys through how we got that. But this is why it's so important to pay attention to the updates that I give out to you guys, including ones like this, because if you guys caught this, it was literally yesterday. We were looking for this for the past 2.5, 3 weeks now, but just gave you guys an update again yesterday. So around 30. Yeah, 30.5K and go up, or we can do one of these, right? Sweep the lows, grab all the liquidity. Look at that right there. So right there, I told you guys to sweep. That was probably going to sweep the lows. So it really is good to have a plan, right? Because look, so we've been trading in this range. Let me hide this. So we've been trading in this range, right? And if you've been following any of my stuff, I was saying this is especially important to the people that just either invest in Bitcoin or altcoins. While we're down here in the range, this is not the time to panic sell, right? Because you would have had one panic sell opportunity, two panic sell opportunities, and that is not the time to essentially sell the bottom, right? The saying goes buy low and sell high, but I think psychologically it's so easy for us to want to sell low and buy high, right? Because out of emotion. Look, if you FOMO bought up here, didn't work out. Same thing, if you FOMO sold, I know so many people that were panic selling 30K. So right here, as it broke, people were putting in massive short positions, massive leverage long sell positions. People were dumping their altcoin bags, dumping their Bitcoin. And I hope that video yesterday help prevent you from doing that, because as I said, we were going to do this liquidity grab, and we're going to continue up. So I hope that update came in time to help some people yesterday. But also this is to give you guys a heads up to pay attention to these videos, pay attention to our Instagram, because we do like to put out updates to help people. And look at that, Bitcoin is pumping as we speak. That's a beautiful sight. I personally put in 5 long positions. So, and I know some of the people in the group put in some long positions, or at least if you didn't panic sell, um, that's a good thing. And oh, here's another one. Look at Ethereum. Had this chart yesterday. Bam, bounced right off the buy zone right here. So this is the buy zone that we had. Anyways, okay. So what I want to cover is 2 things, right? Why we had this target. Why I had this target 2 weeks in advance. So we already covered having a plan is good. So make sure to have your plan marked out on your charts so you can always be ready. So we talked about that. I don't want to harp on the importance of having a plan anymore, but have a plan, right? I know the next couple of moves on Bitcoin already as we speak. If we drop lower, I know what I'm going to do. If we go higher, I know what I'm going to do. So always have a plan. You can't always predict exactly the next direction of Bitcoin, but you once Bitcoin comes down to a price, you could pretty accurately predict where it's going to bounce off of, right? So I didn't know that exactly it was going to happen today that we come down here, but I knew it was going to happen around this level. Okay, so reason why, right? So we have this massive, distribution top right here, and we had this. This was the only consolidation range or order block, whatever you want to call it, before we had that massive all-time high pump to 58 and then 62 and then 65k, right? So this was the last consolidation range. If you watch my volume profile videos, you'll understand why we got acceptance back into this range. But the 2 major things I was looking for, right? So for all of this price action, you had all these people that bought here, and you had some of these people that are still in from up here, right? So this being the last consolidation range, and I was talking in the weekly update video, remember how I was saying that there's going to be all the fear of the death cross, the inverse head and shoulders. So if you are looking at this, where's a very logical place to put your stop losses? Think about that, right? If you have these 2 lows before takeoff, and then below this, there's not much support before 20k, right? So logically, you're probably putting your stop loss under one of these lows, and this one being a lot more likely, right? So think about it. Very logical place. This was the low. You're thinking, all right, if price breaks here, price already broke 30k. So all the people saying that price will never break 30k, man. Hope you watch my update videos, because I told you that it can and likely will, right? So this right here is the likely place to put your stop losses under, between here and here, right? Very smart, as very logical place. I would argue to put your stop losses. But here's the thing, right? If you're a market maker and you need to fill your large orders, and you know that if a lot of stop losses are getting triggered right here, if a stop loss on a buy order triggers, that generates a sell order, right? So this is right here a perfect place to fill your liquidity. Look at that. Pretty much to the dollar, and Bitcoin loves to do this. On this little pop right here, we swept the lows, took all the liquidity from this low right here, before continuing up. And this one, as I was saying literally yesterday in the update video, there was so much fear that once we broke 30k, there were so many people panic selling their bags. There were so many people putting in sell or short positions right as they broke 30k. And I always preach that breakout trading is not the way to go. And the proof is in the pudding, right? Well, I guess to be fair, we needed to fill our long positions with their short liquidity. So I guess we needed somebody to do it, right? So appreciate all the panic sellers. But in our community, we try to protect you from, panic selling and literally trying to breakout trade that, when now this is almost 20% against you, right? And remember I was saying how we're in a range for a long time. So look at that. We grabbed the liquidity of the lows, and we're right back in the range. Surprise, surprise. So what I was saying yesterday is, this is actually my ideal scenario for massive continuation out of the range, right? So if you watch any of my videos as we're continuing up here, I was saying it's not very likely this is the break of the range because we did not grab all the liquidity below the low. So we triggered all these stops and we triggered all the stops from back here. The only caveat I want to throw is we did not break this January 21st low on Coinbase, but it doesn't have to. But I think that's the only major exchange that did not break the low. But over a lot of the other exchanges, we did already grab that liquidity. So think about this, right? If you're in a position of a market maker and you have, you have some big orders that you need to fill. If this was the break of the range high, you did not get a chance to grab all this liquidity. What are the chances this is the time that you push it up, right? And I was saying that this is actually a pretty bullish sign because we did not grab all the stops and liquidity up, because from a market maker perspective, if you wanted to push it all the way down to 20K, which a lot of the people shorting down here were saying we're going to 20K, right? I was saying trade at level to level. We're probably gonna, do, as you saw in the video, one of these and continue up. So I was saying yesterday that this is a very bullish sign, or neutral sign rather, right? This was neutral because we did not grab the highs, we did not grab the lows, we did not grab that liquidity. So it did not fill a lot of big orders for continuation. So I'm not saying that we're going to continue to the moon right here, but I was saying this posturing, we have a lot higher probability to break the range than this posturing right here, right? Than this bounce. So could we do one of these to where we bounce and have a secondary scare or last shakeout? I think it's possible. I think we do that again, but we'll have to monitor the volume moving forward. And so far what it's looking like is okay. So we had a lot of shorts getting squeezed. We had a lot of shorts open here, which was actually a good sign. This is another short squeeze right here. This first leg of the 15-minute candle of the pump, a lot of shorts getting squeezed. We're finally getting some longs entering into the market. Open interest is still relatively low, but it can pick up. If we see, so here's my conditions of a breakout, right? So we have the point of control right around 36.8K. If we break 36.8K on increased open interest and increased volume, I will give it a very good chance that this will range break to either 43K or 48K. If we kind of get stuck around the point of control, the 36.8K, I would say it's more likely that we come down and either test lower or form a higher low and then rinse and repeat, right? If we approach the top of the range with increased volume and open interest, then I think that's the range break. That's why I was saying right here, up here, I wasn't, we had a long right here, but I wasn't massively bullish because this was just, a big short squeeze up. This I wasn't massively bearish because we didn't grab liquidity and it wasn't massive amounts of shorts opening right here, right? So I think the most likely scenario actually is we just stay range bound for another couple of weeks, unless that first condition of, we just take off to the moon gets met. But at the end of the day, look, yesterday I said we're trading the range. We're still trading the range, right? Unless we get one of these insane pump candles, like we did after the quote unquote Elon Musk pump. Same thing as I say every single week in range trading. Up at the top is where you want to take profits and or sell or take shorts. Down here is where you want to accumulate, right? So I showed you on the Ethereum chart. It's probably even higher now, but I was saying like, hey, this is what you want to look for. This is not the time to panic sell and get your Ethereum, right? Got the Ethereum. This guy got in at 1700. Look at that sniper entry. Our big box of support, right? So that's what I'm saying. Think about it, right? If you bought into all the fear and you panic sold and now we're 20% up, you're probably not feeling very good right now, right? So if you follow the plan and range traded, if you accumulated anywhere down here, you didn't even have to get the absolute low. If you got alt or Bitcoin when we broke back into 30K, you're sitting very pretty. Even from the reclaim of 30K, you're sitting at about a 13% increase. So you're probably pretty happy right now. So it's funny because I harp on this every single week, trade the range until it breaks. But you know, so many people still down here like, hey, do we panic sell? So many people up here like, hey, do we FOMO buy? So that's the plan. We just traded the rate. So I wanted to bring that update to you. If you're not currently in a long position, I would look for a retrace. You know, look for either a 382 or a 618 retrace. For the next short, I would be looking at this area right here. So can't give away all the reasons why, but this area could potentially be the bull trap area. So we can do one of these. If we come up here on declining volume, and you know, form a higher low and then blast off, or just, you know, remain in the range. So, but hope that helped, guys. Hope you know, I eased some people's minds yesterday with not panic selling, and same thing. Just wanted to bring you that video, this video today, and same thing. If we approach the top of the range, no need to panic buy. If we come down to the out of the range again, that's your opportunity to reaccumulate. So hope that helps. If anybody wants to throw in any comments on how I work this green screen background, please do. Other than that, guys, hope you guys crush it. You know, if you know, having a plan, you know, this could have made your whole year right here on this one trade. So, all right, guys, stay blessed. Until next time.